Hey guys, I don't really know how to do intros anymore. A lot of people have been asking me to prove that this is me. 2018 video that I made about my dad. I am here to talk about that and other things. But first off, yes, it is me from the 2018 video. You can tell by my jaw structure, whatever, my lips, my nose. I was 11 at the time. I'm actually 15, so I can definitely show my face and make a video or whatever. I just wanted to clear up the video because I feel like a lot of people that I love are getting a little bit too much hate for something so stupid that I made. So we're gonna clear that up. I don't even remember making that video. Obviously, my mom and my dad weren't in good terms and they argued a lot, and that relationship had nothing to do with him and his kids. They're in good terms now because they're just friends now and they're cool now, you know. But back then they would argue and whatever. But the relationship between him and his kids, me and my brother, we are actually awesome. I always thought of him as a superhero when I was younger, actually. He always visited us frequently. It could be on holidays, birthdays, or just random weeks. And he would stay for a week, and then every time he would come, he would give us gifts, and he still gives us gifts. Shoes from him. You know, I always thought of him as a superhero. I think he's like, when it comes to his kids, he's always gonna act or be the best father he can possibly be, because when it comes to his kids, he acts like a dream. So I always thought of him that way. Although when I made that video, there were times where I was very upset because, you know, he wasn't there most of the time. Obviously, I was sad. You know, when your dad is not there most of the time, of course you're gonna be sad. There were bad and good days. So sometimes I would actually blame it on my mom. Sometimes I would actually blame it on my dad. Because I didn't know, I was confused, I was young, I was sad. Most of all, confused for the most part. So all I could really do was blame someone. Sometimes I would argue with my mom and tell her it's her fault. Sometimes I would argue with my dad and tell him it's his fault. And back then I made a lot of YouTube videos. I was a YouTuber, but I was like 10, 9, 11 years old at the time. So I think when I made that video about my dad, I probably used that as a diary, and that's probably why it's the only video I have on that channel. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up because, yeah, like I said, a lot of people that I love are getting a lot of hate for it. And I don't want that. And this hate is specifically from this one person that I don't like. I think we all know who I'm talking about. James. I don't even like his name. Won't stop talking about me, my video, my dad. He won't stop talking about us. He's like obsessed with us. He's like, oh, I don't care about Chris and Lily. They're together. But when it's my kids, I feel like that's disrespecting. And he should focus on his kids. The thing he doesn't know is he doesn't even know, like, he is focused on us, you know? I feel like I need to, like, talk about him because he is the biggest manipulator I have ever known in my whole life. First off, I said in the comment below that 2018 video that if I could delete that video, I would. But obviously, when you're an 11-year-old and you don't even know, when you're an 11-year-old, you make a random password. Obviously, an 11-year-old making a whole YouTube channel just to upload a YouTube video. Of course, I'm not going to remember the password, so how am I going to delete it? You know, like, it's just kind of like, and I said that in the comments, so he only talked about the video, but he didn't want to talk about the comment section, right? He didn't want to talk about how I was saying in the comments to everyone. I was replying to everyone saying, I'm good. He didn't want to show all that good stuff. He only wanted to show the video, right? He only wanted to showcase the bad stuff about my dad. Stop lying. He's the biggest liar in the world. If he cared about his kids, dude, like, if he cared about his kids, he would not leave them home alone for like 8 hours. Who leaves their kids home alone for 8 hours? Yuri's like 10 ye's old. I believe Dasomi's like 7. You leave them alone in the house, in your house alone. My dad may not have been there, but at least I'm not afraid of. My dad don't even live in the same building as me. And he's still a good father, you know? Someone asked him how do you feel about your kids doing gymnastics and dance? He says, I don't care. They do what they want to do. You are such a liar. You know Yuri is not even in dance because of you, right? Because you think she's too young to do what she loves to do. Too young to do gymnastics? To do dance? And then he takes their phones, right? Remember that video he made with the child's phone and then exposing my dad, calling him stepdad. When the kids are with him, they can't use their phones. They can't do anything. How are they going to contact their mom and tell them this? You know? He hides cameras inside the house. Who does that to their kids? Who hides cameras inside the house? Stop involving your kids in this. It was like, don't be friends with Chris's kids. Is Chris African? Is Chris Korean? They were like, and Yuri was saying like, but they're kids too. And he was like, no, they're too old for you. My brother is like 1 year older than Yuri. We're still minors. What do you think I'm gonna do to your daughter? Like, and I just felt so bad for Yuri because he talks to her and then neglects her. Like, it's so like, this is traumatizing for her, honestly. Like a dad just saying, just putting her in a pressure. He's pressuring her and he's putting her in a position she doesn't need to be. She's a child. Don't put her in this position. Saying, stay away from Chris's kids. I understand that you're worried about like my dad, like a grown man that they've never met before, being around them. But you, like, if Lily is okay with it, you should trust Lily's judgment. You literally need to trust Lily's judgment. He called Yuri and then told her, why is he hanging out with you more than his own kids? What are you talking about? What are you even talking about? We were all in the same room, first off. Second of all, we all hang out as a group. He gives us enough attention. What are you talking about right now? Stop making videos about us and then getting the kids involved in this. Why are you showing the kids my 2018 video and saying, see, this man is a terrible man. Stay away from Chris. Oh my God, like Yuri had to come to Lily crying. Like, after that phone call, Yuri, her heart was beating really fast when I was hugging her. She was very sad. She was crying. And her heart was beating really fast. And I just felt so bad for her because she does not deserve that. Literally, I could just remember feeling her heartbeat. Bum, 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 bum. What the heck? You're making your kids afraid of you. Why? I just don't understand. In reality, he's abusive. He's terrible. He's a terrible person. And you have no idea. You know what he tried to do? Like, he literally tried to call my mom. He's so obsessed with us that he had to call my mom. My mom got a phone call last Friday. Like, multiple phone calls. 3-4 phone calls, she said, from a random person, right? And when she finally answered, he said to her, hi, are you Chris's ex-wife? And she said, yes, who are you? And he said, I'm Lily's husband. Can we talk for a sec? And she said, how did you get my number? And he said to her, Lily gave it to me. Lily doesn't know my mom's number? And then she goes, oh no, don't talk. Like, my mom doesn't even like you either, and she doesn't know you. And she doesn't like you. She's like, no, don't bring me into this bull crap. And then hangs up and blocks and then deletes his number. Why are you calling my mom? Why are you trying to gather information for what? To make another YouTube video about us? Focus on yourself, man. I just wanted to say that, like, honestly, my dad is getting hate for no reason. James is manipulating the internet so hard. Stop. Like, for real, stop. Anyways, bye. Oh yeah, and keep my dad's name and my name out of your freaking mouth.